Hello everybody and welcome to the Crypto Session Brief. We're on Tuesday the 14th of February 2023. Will Valentine's Day be sweet for cryptos? Well, we await the US CPI and see what message of love it's going to deliver in just about 20 minutes time from now. So it's an eagerly awaited data print. It's the highlight event risk of the week, I would say, in terms of the volatility it could cause and the movement we could see from this. And where do cryptos fit in with all of this? Well, of course, we know that cryptos do behave like a risk asset. So when you see risk selling off, you look at the Nasdaq, you look at Aussie dollar, for example. When them markets are moving down, normally, you'll see cryptos move down as well at the same time, and you can see that reflected in some of the movement late last week. In fact, when you saw markets, I'm talking equity markets in general, taking that move lower. The Nasdaq finished lower for the week, as did Bitcoin. It was the first weekly decline for the year for the Nasdaq. Same for Bitcoin. So basically a print which is a surprise to the upside on the CPI. You're going to see risk sold. You're going to see crypto probably BTC moving lower, 21,125. I reckon that'll get taken out, and then even the 20k handle. If it comes in around about expectations, I don't anticipate too much movement on cryptos. If we're coming at that 5.7% mark, I think you're going to see maybe an initial reaction to the upside, but then it should stabilize. But again, a surprise to the downside if you start seeing inflation actually falling further than expected. That could be a reason for Bitcoin to fade. Last week's move down, and you could see 24k tested today. Similarly on Ethereum, you're going to see moves back above the 1550 mark if you see that surprise to the downside. If we're coming as expected, then maybe move back into 1550. I think if you see a surprise to the upside on inflation, you see that weekly low get taken out and you start to look for moves all the way down to 1420. But failing that, I mean, there's not too much in the way of support from 1420 all the way down into the mid 1300s from there. Ripple is some pretty interesting and illiquid trading action right now. I won't focus on that too much, but apart from the fact that it does, well, it's been looking pretty heavy now for a while. After taking out that 0.3870 handle, just haven't been able to find any support, and it's just been falling off a cliff, albeit slowly but surely. I move down to 0.3345 could be the initial target should we get that upside surprise on inflation. Excuse me. Last but not least, Litecoin. Litecoin's been playing out quite nicely from a technical perspective. Firstly, you had that double top at 102. Then you had the support initial bounce at 95, and then we took out 95 with a really strong momentum bar on the H4 there. Retested 95, rejected, fell down to 88, another key support level that we're discussing here, and bounced off there. So some really nice technical levels behaving as we would hope to if we were trading them on Litecoin in recent times. Let's see if that continues. We're right in the middle of that range now, if you want to call it that, of 95 to 88. They're my upside and downside break levels for this